that mental piece is everything. And instead of, and I can't remember, I think you actually posted it or shared it, but somebody put this up and it was phenomenal. Instead of thinking about what you're going to do when you're a pro, think about what you need to do to become a pro.
To look like a pro, yeah.
And that's it, man. I mean, and the other thing is watch. I think people don't have a vision of what it even takes to look like one. I can tell you that, so I won my first overall in 2008. I started very, very late in bodybuilding. And everyone's like, oh, cool. And it was in October. Are you going to do nationals? I was like, no, I'll get smoked. Well, you just won with straight first. It's a different ball game.
Yeah.
So I literally back then, remember MD used to take pictures at every show?
Yeah.
So what I did is every Sunday morning, I'd look at every show that happened. I'd go straight to the overall winner. I'd say, could I beat that guy?
Yeah.
Every single time. Once I went through about 4 months where I knew I would beat him or be right there, I said, okay, I'm ready for a national level show. And I reached out to Aceto and said, okay, I want to do the USAs.
Right.
I knew that would be what determined if I could do this or not. I had a view of what those guys looked like, and I wasn't there yet. And then that's why, just like you, the very first national level show I did, I won. It was like, okay, junior nationals, win, then probably the heaviest competition, super heavyweight I've ever seen. I took 5th at my first one. It was like, okay, good call. I would have been, 26th in 2008.
Right.
I think that realism plays a role as well,
I did the same thing. I remember I won the provincials in 99. Mm-hmm. And the nationals were in Edmonton that year. So, I wouldn't have had to travel.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, well, you must be doing nationals. And I was like, no. And they're like, but they're here. And you're shredded. And you just want to show, commandingly. And I'm like, yeah, but I haven't seen the nationals since I was a little kid. I'd seen the 91 nationals when I was 15.
Right.
And then I hadn't seen the nationals since. So I was like, I need to see it. I need to sit there in the second row and I need to look at the guys I'm going to be competing against and pick them apart. And I have to know exactly what I'm doing. Uh-huh. I refuse to go in blind of anything. So I sat in the crowd and I watched the nationals that year and I thought, fuck, I can do very well here.
Right.
And I came back the following year and got second in the super heavies.
You know what's funny about that similar story? The very first time I went to the USAs, I went with the guy who owned the business I eventually bought, and we're sitting in the audience. We're there watching for Troy Alves when he turned pro that year, and there's this monster sitting in front of us, just this freak. And Chris, we're sitting there watching, and Bruce, my friend, he nudges me. He says, you're ready for this level when you can compete with that guy. And I'm just looking at this guy, shaking my head. I mean, I barely look like a bodybuilder, And it was Sean Allen.
Oh, yeah.
So I just remember, looking at this guy thinking, holy fuck. So fast forward to 2010, I wake up on Sunday morning to a text message from Bruce. They said, I guess you're ready. And I was like, what? And I scroll down and I see a picture. Sean Allen took 7th in that show, and I took 5th.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was like, holy shit. I didn't even register backstage. I was like, wow, that's exactly what you said, and it just happened,
Yeah.